sermon and song now, and before we do that, I want to take a quick moment, to explain the interpreter part. We had a very unique opportunity this year when we performed at a church in Orlando in the evening, in that they had a very large Brazilian population in that area, and they were very kind to let us displace their regular service in the church that evening, and as a part of that, they attended our performance along with the rest of the church. And because of that, we had a lot of folks in the audience that evening that did not speak English. And so during the performance that evening, we had their regular pastor translating our dialogues and the songs for the folks that were there in the congregation. And it was quite a treat for us to think that our message might be crossing a language barrier. A lot of kids, I noted during the tour survey, specifically mentioned that performance as a performance that was inspirational to them, and it was to me as well. So that's where that came from in the top 10. It also happens to be true that you cannot get me away from the microphone. I also want to recognize, I know that on the back of our program, it does kind of do a little bit of an asterisk for instrumentalists, but we're very fortunate to have such talented musicians with us. And, you know, when you think of how good your kids sound, they sound that way in part because of the instrumental support that they are receiving. And while you don't often view that as the core thing, you know, it's that support that we feel as singers that helps us do the best job that we can. I'd like to start over on my far left. His very first year playing for us, he's done a wonderful job. I'm very proud to have him and have his younger brother singing in the group, Mr. Tim Brewer. Over on my far right, you know, you can't say enough words about a guy like Marcus. Hey, that was kind of a cool pun thing. He's a good guy, and he's a great leader. He's a great musician. He's an inspiration to all the younger guys in the group, and we're very proud and honored to have him among our ranks, Mr. Marcus Woods. Sitting to his left there, hiding behind his drums, as Josh already mentioned, is the new G Bay Magnet. And he is the newest member of, I guess, what you could refer to as the new G Band. And we're very, very lucky to have him as well as part of our group, Mr. Kyle Kurtz. We gave out kind of inside joke tour awards on the last day tour. You might also know that Kyle kind of got Rookie of the Year, which goes to kind of the new guy on the block that makes a significant impact, and he certainly has. Thank you, Kyle. And then on my near left here, and I'll try not to make, no, I'm not going to care if you cry or not. Because I know you'll cry no matter what I say. There are not words to describe how grateful I am, what you mean to me and the group, and we'll cry together. My good friend, my right-hand woman, and the best piano player in the world, Cheryl Stutz. That said, when we got ready to go on tour, well, actually, this was way back in the spring when we were getting tour all lined out. Cheryl came up and tapped me on the shoulder and she said, "Houston, we have a problem." And she said, "I cannot be at your first 2 performances on tour this year because I'm going to be in music school out in San Antonio, Texas. She said, I can fly to St. Louis and catch you Sunday night, but I cannot be there Saturday night and Sunday morning. And I said, that's not a problem. And we turned to one of the parents, the kids in the group, and she and her husband drove all the way to St. Louis, following the buses over there, just so she could play the music. She learned all of our material for 2 performances, for Saturday night and Sunday morning. We're performing at the church. And I know that she's out here someplace. Kathy McKim, where are you? Stand up. As Larry Scott said, as we travel across the country, we do so with a purpose. And the purpose is not only to be ambassadors of St. Joseph or ambassadors of youth, but ambassadors of God's army. We hit the road, and we have done so for the past 31 years, to try to spread this message of love, of caring, of great salvation, of a wonderful reward that awaits us all. And while we enjoy singing for everybody in Atlanta and Nashville, Orlando, and Marshall, Illinois, there's nobody that we would rather have in heaven with us than you. We'd like to present to you our 2001 sermon and song. This song is